Hey guys, thank you for your patience. I know we're about a minute late getting started here. For some reason, I could not get YouTube to initialize to let us start live streaming. I don't know what the deal was. It just kind of froze up on me there for a while, but obviously we are back in business right now. That, of course, is the important part. That we're up and running now. I am just waiting on my spreadsheet here to cooperate with me. As soon as I can get that taken care of, then we're going to go over a little information before we start ripping tonight. That way everybody will be on the same page. We'll all know what is coming up and how it's going to work. So feedback, I have my feedback automated on eBay, and that really just means that you don't ever have to wait to get feedback from me. You don't have to wait for me to catch up. Anytime you leave positive feedback from me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. So there you go. That's the beauty of that. And of course, far more important there is to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me, keeping me company, and all such as that. We are going to take a look next at what is coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we're going to be busy again, and we will open a half case of Leaf Autograph football jerseys. Those are 10 boxes to a case, so a half case is going to be 5 jerseys. We'll open a 20-box case of Topps Archive Signature Series Retired Player Edition, an 1819 Flawless Basketball half case, and a full case of Bowman Chrome Jumbo, also known as HTA. That is all hits, no base. Everything in that product will be an autograph hit. Yes, that's why we like Bowman Chrome Jumbo. Actually, I love it, honestly. Friday, we have a new release. We're going to start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, like we did tonight. Immaculate Football is our new release that day. We'll open a case of that along with a 9-box inner of Triple Threads Baseball and an 8-box half case of Prism Draft Picks Basketball. Saturday, we're also going to start early, 8:30 Eastern once again. We'll open a case of Leaf Best of Baseball and a half case of Hoops Basketball. Veteran base does not ship to the teams in Hoops Basketball. It has its own bidding category. More details can be found in the listing description. Sunday, we're going to start super early, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. We're going to be opening Flawless Collegiate Basketball. The back half of the case that we don't open tonight, we'll finish up on Sunday, and then we'll open another 12-box case of Prism Football. On Monday, it will be Immaculate Football, Bowman Chrome Jumbo / HTA, and Certified Basketball, all in the full case, making another appearance on Monday night. For tonight, here's what you need to know. The order we're going to go in is Flawless Collegiate Basketball first, High-Tech Baseball will be second, Certified Basketball is our third break of the evening. Everything that we're opening tonight, I hope to have out the door and on the way to you roughly Saturday. And as always, if I can get it out to you sooner than that, I will. If something takes longer than expected or something throws a wrench into my week, it could slide to the following day, which in this case would make it Monday. As it stands right now, I'm hopeful it will all be on the way Saturday. If you get skunked in Flawless Collegiate tonight, your consolation card or cards will ship out when the rest of the break goes because this is a paid shipping break. I don't think anybody's going to get skunked probably in High-Tech or Certified since those are full cases with lots of base. But if you were to, same deal would apply to you. I just don't think anybody will. Let me double check real quickly and see where we are as far as payment status, guys. Give me 1 second. Looks like we're clear for Flawless Collegiate, so I can go ahead and get that one taken care of. And, what is going on there? So we may have some spots available later when we get to High-Tech. Looks like there's a couple in High-Tech and one in Certified Basketball, not yet paid, but at the moment, it looks like we are at least all paid up for Flawless Collegiate, so we are ready to move onward. It's a 1-box break of 2019 Flawless Collegiate Basketball. It's half case break. This is break number 1. Everything that we are opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Wednesday night, the 13th of November. Team names are there on one side, the eBay user ID across from each team on the opposite side. And of course, we will put a new spreadsheet up before each product break tonight. So if you are not in this particular break, you will get a chance to see your name up there in lights when we do get to your specific product. Now I'm going to do one more little piece of business here before we rip, and that is that I'm going to change up the focus. So you will notice that your background gets blurry here, and that is intentional. So please don't let that stress you out. That's just going to let us see things up a little closer than we might otherwise be able to. So, Flawless Collegiate, because we are starting a new case, but we're not breaking the whole case at once, I'm going to get both of our briefcases out of our case here. I will number each of them, and then we'll use random.org to determine which one gets opened tonight and which one gets opened in break number 2 coming up this weekend. And this is pretty easy. When I do random the same way every time, when we have 9 or fewer items in a list, I type it in there. We type it in there, and then we do random 3 different times. First 2 do not count. It is only the third and final random that will make the determination. Only when we have 10 or more do we do random a single time. If I can get us on the right page, there we go. We'll start doing that, and we'll figure out which of these 2 lovely boxes we're going to open tonight. All right, so ignore the first one. Well, if it even goes. Finally, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. 3 times, date and time stamp. Tells us we are opening briefcase number 1 tonight of Flawless Collegiate. So here's the deal. As the name implies, this is a collegiate product. These guys are going to be in collegiate uniforms. Here's what that means to you. If they are a current active player, it's going to go to their current team. If we happen to pull a retired or veteran player, see, that's got a big scratch on it right out of the box. Sometimes they are that way. Then, of course, if they're retired, they're no longer playing in the NBA, it's going to go to the team they played for the longest. All that information and lots of other fun stuff can be found in the listing description down there in that special circumstances area. Kyle, I don't know what happened to the Wildcats last night. Golly, man, that was awful. And I was discussing that with my dad today. And, you know, you think I get wound up about it and get mad about it. Whew, mercy, he's way worse than me. And actually, my mom kind of is too. They both get pretty spicy when it comes to UK sports, especially if we play poorly like we did last night. That was just terrible. But as I said, the only good thing about it is at least it was a nice win on the resume of Walter McCarty, who, of course, is the coach for the team that beat the crud out of us in Rep Arena, and a former UK Wildcat himself. Jay Allen has Mavericks, Jazz, Pistons, and Nets. You don't think you'll make it to certified, but you need a Luka and a Donovan Mitchell in certified. All right, well, I've got my marching orders, don't I? So we'll see what we can come up with. KZ, here is our first guy. That is numbered to, what am I hitting there? Is numbered to 25 with our relic. That is, I believe he is the Heat. The Miami Heat, I believe, is KZ. Let's get him on in there. Next up is Javon Carter. And Javon Carter, as far as I know, is still a Memphis Grizzly. I'll double check that, but that is numbered to 15. I know there were some guys that changed some teams in the off season. Some of them I may have forgotten. If I call one wrong, please feel free to jump into chat and let me know. I will, of course, double check them all before they actually go out the door. Richard Hamilton. Richard Hamilton is numbered to 20, and I'm just going to tell you straight up, I'm not sure where that goes. So it's going to sit up there. I'll look it up. We'll find out more. A Cam Reddish, nice dual color relic there. Duke Blue Devils colors, numbered to 25. Cam Reddish is an Atlanta Hawk, of course. And then we have Tremont Waters. Tremont is numbered to 15. And let me look on my little cheat sheet here. A Celtic for Tremont Waters. Trevor says he needs some Pelicans. I know, right? We do need to find some NOLA in here for sure, don't we? Bruno Fernando. And Bruno is numbered to 15. He is also an Atlanta Hawk. Followed by Ty Jerome, numbered to 15. And Ty is a Phoenix Sun. I see a little Romeo Langford on the horizon there coming up next. And Romeo is a Boston Celtic. He is numbered to 15. Then we've got DeAndre Hunter. There's a nice one, numbered to 25. Kid should be hopefully pretty good. And DeAndre Hunter is another Atlanta Hawk. So the Hawks pretty well owning this break up to this point in time, aren't they? Kyle Matlock, you said the Sixers for which? For who? For Hamilton, or did Javon Carter change teams? We'll just lay him up there too. We'll double check it because I don't know which you were talking about there. So we'll make certain. Nasir Little is our first gemstone card, and you'll see there that it is numbered to 5. And Nasir Little goes to the Trailblazers. That's just that little card they put in there saying they're not, you know, blood diamonds and whatnot. Jackson Hayes, numbered to 15. And Jackson Hayes goes to the Pelicans. So we at least got one in there for NOLA. Oh, Kyle says no, he meant that he needed the 76ers. Good grief. See what happens to me, Kyle, when I don't look over at the right moment? I get it all wrong in my head, don't I? Brandon Clark and Rui Hachimura, numbered to 20. And, of course, Brandon Clark is a Grizzly, and Rui Hachimura is a Wizard. So that's going to have to go to random.org to find itself a new home. Meanwhile, let me just buzz over here to NBA.com real quickly and double check on these two guys. Make sure Javon Carter is still a Grizzly. While we're here, we may as well just do it live. I think that he is, but we're going to make certain, aren't we? Because that's the right way to do it. And I'm just waiting for it to load. Javon Carter, come on, buddy. Load up in here. Oh, see, he has been traded. So, yeah, Javon Carter is not a Grizzly anymore. He is a Phoenix Suns, apparently. That is what NBA.com is telling me. So, Javon Carter, no longer a Grizzly, is a Phoenix Sun currently. So, goes to the Suns. Misspoke on that one earlier. And then Richard Hamilton here. I got to look that guy up. I don't know that. So, let's just look it up. What do you say? Richard Hamilton. Let's see what we get. Of course, it's going to not bring, because I'm not in retired players or whatever. Oy. Man alive, that is the only thing I hate about these collegiate products, is if you get one that you don't know offhand, then it takes forever to sit here and find it. So I know that's boring, and I'm sorry, but unfortunately, I don't remember where this guy goes. So we're going to find out. Richard Hamilton had 9 seasons with the Pistons, 3 with the Wizards, 2 with the Bulls. So that means he's going to go Detroit Pistons because that is where he played the longest. All right, so Pistons for him. Now we've got this fine fellow to get to a new home. I'm going to go ahead and put it in a bag so that I can write on it after we use random. First thing we will do is go to the spreadsheet and make sure that we don't have the same person that owns both teams. If we do, then we're done, then we're good. If not, we'll find out our team owner for the Grizzlies, our team owner for the Wizards. Then we'll go to random.org and we will type them in the way they appear on the card, meaning Grizzlies would be typed in first, Wizards would be typed in second. Then at that point, I would once again use random.org. We would do random 3 different times, and the third one would tell us who gets it. So the Memphis Grizzlies, that is Stang Lover, and our Washington Wizards, that's BR Dunn 4166. So definitely two different team owners there. Means we are back to random. All right, let's get going here. All right, good luck, Grizzlies and Wizards. It is the third one that tells us the story. So ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. There you will see 3 times our date and time stamp. That one is headed to the Wizards. So the Washington Wizards get this dual autograph card. Rui Hachimura is the winning bid position on that. I did put this in a bag. You guys saw me do that a second ago, so I am not writing on the case itself. I am writing on the handy little plastic bag that I put it in, see? So that's where our recap starts. Dual autograph that went to the Wizards by way of random. We have Jackson Hayes that heads to New Orleans. Nasir Little, that is the Trailblazers. Richard Hamilton that we just looked up and discovered that he played the longest for the Pistons. So once again, that's in a sleeve. It's not on the card, but that will help me sort it a little faster when we go back to look at this later. And then Javon Carter, who I briefly called out incorrectly. Apparently he is a Sun now. He's one that traveled in the offseason to a new team. So according to NBA.com, Javon Carter, Phoenix Suns these days. And then we had DeAndre Hunter. Tons of Atlanta Hawks in here. He was one of them, of course. Romeo Langford. Ty Jerome. Bruno Fernando. He's another Hawk. Tremont Waters. Mr. Cam Reddish. Another Hawk. See, I told you. There are a lot of Hawks in there. And then dear old KZ Akpala there, and KZ is the Miami Heat. So that gets us all finished up for Flawless Collegiate. Next on tap is going to be our Topps High Tech. I think we may have some available teams in Topps High Tech. I'm not sure that everything is paid in that. Apparently I keep hitting the stupid camera, changing it up and making it all crooked. Sorry about that. It does get in the way sometimes. So while I'm checking to see what our payment status is on some of this stuff for High Tech, I am going to let you look at that page again for a hot second. And let me see the lay of the land here. Looks like we just have one in here that is unpaid right now, and that is the Chicago Cubs in High Tech that are unpaid, and they last sold for $37 and some change on eBay. So if someone would like to pick up and give the Cubs a home, I would appreciate it. Meanwhile, let me get in here and make a note that they are unpaid. You can almost look and guess which ones are going to end up unpaid on any given night. You really can. It's kind of scary. But you can just look at like how long somebody's been on eBay, what their feedback number is, and you can almost figure out which ones are likely to be paid and which ones aren't likely to be paid. Adam, you want the Cubbies? All right, my friend, they are all yours. Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm typing in here the PayPal email address. Keep in mind, anybody who sees this, I do not ever read correspondence in this, as in like ever. It's an OG email. It is just there because it's tied to a lot of things that I'm too lazy to change them all. All right, so I'm going to make the Cubs for you, Adam. And if you all will bear with me for a moment, I need to close it out on eBay here and update it to reflect that it's going to Adam. And then we'll be good to go here in just a hot second. All right, we got that done. Yes. Sorry guys, takes just a minute for me to get all this done here. Almost there though. Almost. All right. So we've got that all squared away. Oh, Adam, I don't know. Hang on, let me look. That's a really good question because I think it was 37, but let me go back and double check. Hang on. It went into a different spot on eBay since I canceled it out of there. I got to pull it back up here and check real quick. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Waiting for it to load. Yeah, 37. And of course, obviously, you know, shipping included whenever you buy them in chat like that on a second chance. All right, so let's get myself back where I need to be here, and we're almost there. We're in the home stretch. Okay, so you got a chance to look at this a second ago, and we've gone over it once, but I'll go over it again because people do tend to jump in and out. We'll just hit the high points here. What we're opening tonight, I'm expecting to be on the way to you approximately Saturday. If I can get it out sooner, I will. If it goes a little slower than I expect, could possibly slide to Monday. As it stands right now, I expect it will be Saturday. If you get skunked in any of these breaks tonight, meaning you don't hit a card of any sort, base or otherwise, you will get consolation card or cards. They will ship out when the rest of the break goes, because that's how we always do it when they're paid shipping breaks. And we are headed into a 12-box case of high-tech baseball. One of our 3 new releases of the day. Everything we opened tonight ended tonight on eBay, Wednesday night, the 13th of November. Chicago Cubs were unpaid on eBay, sold here in chat on a second chance to Adam. Thank you, Adam. Everybody else, you're going to see your eBay username across from your team. Certified will be the break after we do high tech. So if you're waiting on certified, you got a few minutes here before we will be rolling into your product. I haven't broken high tech since last year, but I don't remember it being a super long break. I would say probably about 45 minutes, give or take, 10 minutes in either direction. I'm going to hydrate with some Red Bull, and then we're going to get rolling. I've kind of already been hydrating with Red Bull. Can you tell? I bet you can. I bet you can. Jay Allen, you said you're going to check back later. You need some big hits in certified. Mavericks, Jazz, Pistons, and Nets. All right, my friend. I will try to remember the mojo. Oh, and you remembered the amount. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And Adam, if you would, just give me the heads up there, the high five, when you've got PayPal squared away, so that we know that that is all good to go. Oh man, these smell terrible. There have been a couple of products this year that have come out, and I guess it must be the ink they use to print the boxes or something, but oh, they smell terrible coming out of the case. The cards never smell bad, but the boxes themselves smell bad. This is one of them. All right, so here in high tech, we are looking for 3 on-card autographs per master box. Which, oh Lord, did they make our packaging even more complex this year? It sounds like it, doesn't it? Let's see what it looks like when we get in there. Used to just be the packs in there. Oh gosh. Yeah, they did. So now they're going to take us 3 times as long to get stuff out of the packaging. It used to be 1 pack of cards inside of high tech, which is now turned into 3 mini boxes and 3 packs of cards. Oh joy. But that's all right. It'll take us a little longer to get to our treasure, but we'll get there eventually. If my knife will cut through the plastic, which apparently sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. So I tell you what we are going to do. If you want to give yourself a little break here to go get a refreshment, walk the dog, whatever, I'm going to go through and extract all of our packs, and then we'll start it, because I hate stopping in between. I like to just get it all out at once and then be ready to go. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you, man. Oh, I just hate that they changed the packaging to this. That sucks. I mean, of course, it's going to be better if you own a retail store, but if you don't own a retail store, it's way worse for the purposes of like breaks and such, as you might expect. Alright, so it's going to take us, I don't know, I'm going to guess 5 or 6 minutes probably to get all these little packs out of these little boxes. It's a good thing I said give or take 10 minutes a while ago, didn't I? Because the 10 minutes is going to be spent doing this. Hopefully will be worth it, though. Of course, there was no Bowman High-Tech this year. We got Bowman, got canceled, and instead they gave us Platinum instead of Bowman High-Tech, which was fine, too, because I like Platinum, so. They're always messing with our products, aren't they? One year you have something, the next year you don't. Kind of unlike Topps, though, to go backwards with their packaging. It seemed like they had been more moving towards kind of consolidating things, and it had been Panini who was going backwards into having more packs and more packaging, but not tonight. Oh, come on, man. That is so frustrating. I guess we'll just have to cut them all again. Good news is, once we get this very boring part concluded, we will be much faster looking through what we have once we get this part done. So for those of you who are into Bowman, if you missed me going over it earlier, we're going to be start on some Bowman Chrome HTA, the jumbo version. Got some of that coming up this week. Got a handful of cases of it to break that we'll be working into the rotation over the next 2 or 3 weeks probably. And of course, in regular Bowman, the jumbo still has base cards, but in Bowman Chrome, they made that change several years ago where the jumbo no longer has base cards in it. So the jumbo, also known as the HTA version, is all hits. It's all autographs in there. There's no base, so it's wonderful to open. Yeah, Staying Lever, we start early almost every night this week, but pretty much on the new release nights. We've been doing 8:30 on new release nights for a bit now, generally. So Wednesdays and Fridays are more inclined to be at 8:30 most of the time. We have new releases on Wednesdays and Fridays. But we're actually also doing Saturday and Sunday early this week as well, because they are both long breaks with lots of base and whatnot in them. So yeah, I think tomorrow night's the only 9 o'clock night through Sunday. And then next week, of course, we'll get back to 9 except for our new release nights. But I don't know how do you not know that, Staying Lever? You're always here. You always see me put it up on the little screen at the start and the finish. I'm surprised you don't remember. Yeah, Flawless is all wrapped up, my friend. It is indeed. We're opening the back half of it, of course, over the weekend. I don't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday, but one of those days we're opening the back half of the Flawless Collegiate case that we started tonight. But tonight's half is done already. And we're in the process of getting all the packs out here for Bowman High-Tech Topps changed the packaging this year so that now we're in mini box again with yet another Topps product. Good times. I was looking today at the calendar for next year. You know, usually in January, it's kind of a slow month. Usually there'll be a handful of new releases, but sometimes only one a week. There might even be a week where there's none. Doesn't look like it's going to be that way in 2020. See quite a bit of stuff stacking into January already, including Contenders Football, which traditionally has been a late December release, right around Christmas or sometimes between Christmas and New Year's. Looks like it has, instead, it's going to be coming out to early January of 2020 for Contenders Football. I want to say there's something else I saw in there that is typically more of a late season release that instead is going to be in January. So I don't think they're going to give us much break this year. Who all did you have in Flawless again, Stang Lover? I know you had the Grizzlies, and I actually called one card wrong when I went through the first time. I'll just tell you now. Javon Carter, I was thinking he was still a Grizzly, and then I went to look it up on NBA.com to make sure, because I wasn't 100% sure, and he's the Phoenix Suns now, apparently. So that one I briefly thought was your Grizzlies before correcting myself later on, so I'll warn you of that before you watch it. But I can't remember who else you had, but if you tell me, I can, you know, I'm not going to remember everybody we hit, but I'll remember some. Maybe. And it sounds like Tim might remember some. We had a lot of Hawks, I can tell you that much. Several Hawks. And DeAndre Hunter, we had him. And we only had one for New Orleans. It wasn't Zion. I forgot who it was now, but it wasn't Zion. Jackson Hayes, maybe it was. No, Tim, the Grizzlies did not. The Wizards did. Washington Wizards. Rui Hachimura on that card. Well, we almost had this all out. No kidding. Remember I told you it was going to take 5 or 6 minutes? I think it's taken every bit of that. Maybe more like 7 or 8. Well, I know, Stang Lover, I wasn't going to tell you about the random part. But since it already came up, I was going to try not to ruin you by telling you that part right now. But yeah, it was, I forget who it was for the Grizzlies on there. Rui Hachimura was on the bottom. And the Wizards, yeah, took that one. But who else did you have in there, Stang Lover? Did you have... You didn't have the Hawks, I take it, obviously. Who else did you have? Maybe we hit something else for you. But the Javon Carter, I knew I better warn you about, because I definitely thought he was still Grizzlies, but then I kind of got that, you know how you get those little nagging feelings? I got that little nagging feeling that I should go check. So I did, and he wasn't. And I'm sorry, man. That is a drag. At last, it is all out. And we can finally take a look at what we've got going here in some high tech. So there are zillions of different design patterns here in high tech. We are really only going to talk about the ones that are numbered and or autographed. So the rest of them, obviously I'm going to show them to you, but we're not really going to spend an extraordinary amount of time on them unless they are numbered or autographed. This is numbered in that upper left-hand corner to 75. We're starting out with Kyle Wright and the Atlanta Braves, our first autograph. And then we have a numbered Rizzo for the Cubbies. Looks like that is numbered to 99. That is numbered in upper right. The other one was numbered in upper left. And this blue variation does not appear to be numbered. I would have expected it to be, but guess what? It isn't. So there you go. All right, pack number 1. I liked it so much better when they were all in one pack. I really did, but oh well, they don't care if that's what I liked or not, because they like it like this. Estrada, New York Yankees, numbered to 50, autograph out of pack number 2. Our numbered card is Tony Gwynn and the Padres, numbered to 99. And we've got another blue variation there for Chipper Jones and the Atlanta Braves. Oh yeah, you had a Celtic. I don't know if we had any Thunder or Spurs, but you did hit for the Celtics. Yeah. You did get that. All right. Nate Lowe. Nate is numbered to 75, and that is headed to the Tampa Bay Rays for our autograph. Got a numbered parallel here to 99 with Jose Abreu and the White Sox. And then our blue parallel, Buster Posey and the Giants. Adam, your autocorrect changed the Celtics to FetLife. That's funny. Yeah, my autocorrect does some insane stuff as well, so I understand. Lane Thomas, St. Louis Cardinals, our autograph out of this pack. Doesn't appear to be numbered there for the Lane Thomas. And then Buster Posey, numbered to 75 for the Giants. Blue parallel is Urias for the Padres. Staying over, I don't remember if it was, honestly, if it was a relic or a signature, but I want to say maybe it was an autograph. Didn't we hit DeAndre Hunter, guys, and wasn't it an autograph? Does anybody remember? Or DeAndre Hunter's a Hawk, though. I don't remember who it was for the Celtics. I really don't. Maybe somebody does. John Smoltz. Nice looking card for the Atlanta Braves. Nice little legendary ink there. Red Sox to 75 with the one and only Chris Sale. Blue parallel Goldie for the Cardinals. Marty, you are asking about the Wizards in Flawless Collegiate, or you have the Wizards in Certified? If you're in Certified, we haven't done it yet. If you were in Flawless Collegiate, yes, you had a hit in there. So I don't know which one you are in. Kyle Schwarber and the Cubbies. Some more veteran ink here. Ivan Rodriguez, Pudge, for the Rangers. That numbered to 50. Our blue parallel, Schwarber and the Cubbies. Next up is Hernandez for the Red Sox. A little Chris Bryant for the Cubbies. And that is numbered to 150. Always throws me off in high tech because all the color schemes that we're used to in all the other Topps products don't really apply to this one. There's Mr. Greinke for the Astros. And I don't know that pattern name, but that's kind of an important pattern, I think. So it's not numbered, but I also think it's a pattern we don't hit a lot, but I can't remember the name of it. It is, anyway, Zach Greinke for for the Astros. Tim, you said the Cubs are paying off. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, that happens, honestly, so many times when people don't pay for their teams and then they get picked up in second chance in chat. There are a lot of times where the person who picks them up really does pretty well. I mean, not every time, obviously, but a lot of times. Ooh, that's nice. White Sox with your rookie Eloy Jimenez for the Chicago White Sox. There's Joey Gallo, numbered to 50, Texas Rangers. And here's this pattern again that I think is maybe important. This is Austin Meadows for the Tampa Bay Rays. It is not one you see as often, but again, I don't remember the pattern name, unfortunately. There's so many pattern names in this product. I'm not great with remembering them, even when there are fewer. Arizona Diamondbacks, get your rookie Merrill Kelly autograph. Numbered to 99, it's Miggy and the Tigers. Blue parallel, Rhys Hoskins for the Philadelphia Phillies. Well, why is that card wanting to slide out of the pile over there? It's not cooperating with me. Brandon Lowe, Tampa Bay Rays. Mr. Jose Altuve, green parallel to 150 for the Astros. And then John Smoltz. So I guess this pattern's going to be more common than I thought because we've now seen it like 3 times. So a little more common than I gave it credit for, I guess. Jose Martinez, Cardinals, autograph, numbered to 99 in the upper left there. Followed by the one and only Garrett Cole, numbered to 75, who's about to be a very, very rich man. He is. And there's Derek Jeter on still yet another pattern that we haven't seen this particular one a whole lot. Adam, you said you were bidding on the Cubs too and got outbid then by the person who didn't pay. Well, it worked out then that you picked them up in chat. So, yeah, but you know, all things considered, that wasn't too bad. And with the amount of breaks we have tonight, there was that, and then there's one in basketball that we'll see if it's paid or unpaid by the time I get to the certified break. We'll see where we sit with it at that point in time. But most stuff was squared away tonight, which I appreciate. Thank you all for that. And this little Chris Bryant here is numbered to 99, and that's, what does that card design say? Celebratech, I think that says. With Mr. Chris Bryant and the Cubbies. Boy, do we have a nice autograph coming right now. Oh, I love this. And we pulled him very recently in Leaf Best of Baseball, too. How about Sandy Koufax coming out for the Dodgers? That's straight fire right there. Number 225 for the Dodgers. Love it. Corey Kluber to 10. Cleveland Indians. And then we have Jose Barrios for the Twins. I do see a redemption upon us, so let me grab and extract that bad boy. And we will flip it at the very end of the break, of course, and then we'll go to the Topps website and check it out. To 150, Shohei Ohtani and the Angels. And our blue parallel, Whit Merrifield, Kansas City Royals. Followed by Taylor Ward to 99, Angels autograph. A pink Austin Meadows. Seen a lot of Austin Meadows, it seems like, tonight. Maybe we haven't, but it seems like kind of we have. That's numbered to 75. And a blue parallel for Gleyber Torres and the Yankees. Here come the Pirates. Cole Tucker autograph. Numbered to 10. Yeah, Pirates. Numbered to 10. That makes you happy. Chris Sale to 150 for the Red Sox. I think these cards have like some static or something in them. They're wanting to stick to each other. It's kind of weird. Roy Halladay. For the Blue Jays, sorry. I didn't say Blue Jays, did I? I got momentarily distracted by my little pile over there that looked crazy. Oh, I'm loving this case. All right, so we already hit Sandy Koufax a while ago. Mariners, Ichiro. Right? So there's a couple $100 for you. And what'd you pay for the Mariners? I bet you nowhere near that. So that's why we love high tech, because you get some amazing stuff out of it at a pretty reasonable price overall. The Oakland A's and Matt Chapman. That is numbered to 25. A blue parallel for Robbie Ray and the Diamondbacks. Yeah, so right now, with Sandy Koufax and Ichiro out of the same case, not to mention some other nice things that we've hit, I'm kind of loving this case, this particular case at the moment. But I think Topps High Tech is a little underappreciated. For whatever reason, there are a lot of people that don't like it. I guess maybe they just don't like the acetate cards or something. I don't know. But I don't think it gets as much love as it really should, because often there are really nice hits in it. And price point wise, it's not cheap, but it's not high end. You know, it's kind of middle of the road. But yet you can pull like Sandy Koufax and Ichiro out of it. So I think that's pretty nice. Ken Griffey Jr., that is numbered to 50, because Mariners, why stop with just Ichiro when we can get you that? And Atlanta Braves, let's keep the party train going. Ronald Acuna to 75 for the Braves. Yeah, we did hit a red parallel. We have a red autograph to 10, and then we had another red parallel to 10 in there as well. So overall, yeah, again, really good case so far. Urias to 75, Padres. And then we have a little Martinez for the Yankees. Tino Martinez. I don't know if I said the Tino part or not. I sometimes get myself distracted looking at what's coming up ahead. I shouldn't, but I do. I will admit it. Nick Markakis, and that is headed to the Padres. I was looking to see if it's numbered. I don't see a number on it. Pudge, Rangers, green parallel, 150. A blue, Eddie Rosario, Twins. Nice little Christian Yelich to 50 for the Milwaukee Brewers. Ooh, I see another nice hit coming up that's going to make someone happy. How about Vlad Guerrero Jr., numbered to, I believe that says 50 down there in the lower right-hand corner. So the Blue Jays with the little Vlad Jr. And a Rhys Hoskins parallel for the Phillies. Whoops, I stacked 10 in the wrong place, didn't I? That wasn't exactly an autograph. And our blue parallel is Colby Allard for the Braves. Although he's not a Brave anymore. He's Brave on that card. Jose Martinez, I want to say that might be a bookend autograph for him. Wouldn't swear to it. Cardinals. We will recap, of course, at the end. Danny Jansen to 150, Blue Jays. Blue parallel, Rafael Devers, Red Sox. Jim, what are you asking me about? You asking about Cal Ripken Jr.? Yeah, we haven't hit any Cal Ripken Jr., if that's what you're asking me there. I'm guessing that is. I mean, we could have hit him in base or something, but as far as like autographs and whatnot, no. But some of the parallels he could be in, I wouldn't swear to that. Jose Canseco. Oh, wrong sleeve. Let's keep on hitting these nice hits. Mr. Jose Canseco happens to be a Blue Jay on this card, which is super rare. You usually see him as the Oakland A's, so the Blue Jays get to add to their tally with that one. Urias to 50, Padres once again. And there's another Jose Canseco, and he's a Tampa Bay Ray on this one. So what are we having, a Jose Canseco party in here? They're just going to put him in here for like every team he ever played a day for? I don't know. But anyway, that's what we have. We call him like we see him. Kevin Newman and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Todd Helton to 99, Colorado Rockies. And Roberto Alomar, Baltimore Orioles. And another one for the Blue Jays. Wow. They got on a run. They really got on a run, didn't they? Thomas Pannone. Or Tomas, maybe. I don't know. Christian Stewart. Detroit Tigers. 150. Green parallel. Polanco. Pirates. The static or whatever in these cards is killing me. They're just trying to slide around everywhere on me. Numbered to 99. Oh, look at that. It's the Blue Jays again. Rowdy Tellez on the front of it. Wow. Why stop with one Acuna autograph if you can have a pair? Atlanta Braves striking gold again. Acuna to 50 in here. Can you even believe? Out of the same case? Right? Along with all the other stuff we've hit too. Charlie Blackmon, Rockies to 99. A little Corey Kluber for the Indians. That's our base we've already looked at, so I'm going to move it off to the side. We still got a pretty good little number of packs to look through up there. I mean, we're definitely making a dent in it, but we do still have a tiny little bit left to go. So if we haven't hit what you want yet, don't give up. We've got time. And yeah, I agree with you, Tim. This is about to cross over into the amazing arena of the cases. You're right. It's been really good. Really happy with it so far. Hopefully it's just going to keep getting better too, right? We want to keep the hits coming. Keep the fire burning. And this is the Diamondbacks with John Duplantier. Was he numbered? Was I about to set him down? No, doesn't appear to be. To 150, there's a little Matt Chapman for the Oakland A's. And then we have a parallel hanging out there in the back for Mr. Mike Trout. Wish I could remember that pattern name. I'm sorry, guys, that I can't. The worst at remembering all the pattern names. Martinez for the Yankees. Tino Martinez autograph. Victor Robles, Nationals. Your World Series champion, Washington Nationals. A blue parallel for the Braves with John Smoltz. Valdez for the Astros. Little Framber Valdez there. Behind it for the Pirates is Chris Archer to 75. They need him to just get back on track next year, let me tell you. Mookie Betts for the Red Sox. I mean, he wasn't terrible, but like he definitely wasn't great. Right now, the Pirates are sitting on like the bad end of that trade, I think, unless they can get him a little more geared up. Well, Tim, okay, so white parallel, yes, but doesn't the specific pattern have a name, is what I'm saying. You know, like that pattern has a name and this pattern has a name, and there are two different white parallel patterns that we have seen, but I cannot remember the name of the pattern of either, is my problem. Ricky Henderson, nice, to 75 for the Oakland A's. Next up to 99, that's Chris Sale and the Red Sox. Blue parallel is Mr. Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. A second Vlad Guerrero Jr. autograph out of here. Are you kidding me? That is two Vlad Jr.'s, two Acuñas, Ichiro, Sandy Koufax. I don't even remember who else. I'm losing track. I can't believe there are two Vlad Jr.'s and two Acuñas in this case. Insane. Andujar for the Yankees to 150. I mean, that's just incredible to me. And usually I complain about getting duplicates of stuff. You all have heard me do it plenty of times. Tony Gwynn, Padres, blue parallel. But I'm not going to complain about getting two Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s, and I'm certainly not going to complain about getting two Acuñas. I've always said I was a hypocrite when it comes to that. I will complain as loudly as I can when it's like two no-name guys. And then when it's two big-name guys, I'm saying it's the greatest case ever. I know that I do it. Oh yeah, Eloy's in here, you're right. And Jose Canseco, Ricky Henderson. Yeah, I mean, it's really just been one of the better cases of high tech that I remember, truthfully. Obviously, it's the first one I've opened for 2019. It just came out today, but I'm just thinking high tech in general. We've had some nice cases in the past, but I really don't remember one that's had been quite this loaded. I mean, it's... And then the two reds, the red autograph to 10, and then the other red parallel to 10. I mean, it's amazing. But anyway. All right. Let's see what we've got awaiting us here. Taylor Ward, I believe that's a bookend for him as well. That is the Angels. And there's Michael Kopech for the White Sox. And a blue parallel for Ichiro and the Mariners. Please come here, cards. Carter Kieboom, Nats. Well, let's see if I can manage to get the right end of the sleeve going. Would be helpful now, wouldn't it? Rowdy Tellez, 150, Blue Jays. And a Todd Helton, blue parallel, Colorado Rockies. Bryce Wilson to 99, Atlanta Braves. Don't forget we've got that redemption too. Who knows what that might be. A Nolan Ryan to 25 for the Angels. And there's Whit Merrifield, Kansas City Royals. DJ Stewart comes out for the Baltimore Orioles. Stang Lover wants to know about Randy Johnson, Nolan Ryan, and Juan Gonzalez. Well, we just hit the Nolan Ryan, but it was for the Angels, and I don't know which team you have for him. Cedric Mullins to 150 Orioles, and a blue parallel Rowdy Tellez for the Blue Jays. But no on the other two, which it sounds like is what Tim already helped you out with. So thank you, sir, for that. Estrada, that is numbered to 99 Yankees. That may also be a bookend potentially. Derek Jeter, that's numbered to 50 for the Yankees. And Lorenzo Cain for the Brewers. No Rangers or Diamondbacks hits. Yeah, we hit John Duplantier for the Diamondbacks. I don't remember if we've hit a Ranger. I couldn't tell you for certain if we've hit a Ranger one way or the other. Trent Thornton, Blue Jays. And a little Blake Snell to 99, Tampa Bay Rays. And then the Rangers, Joey Gallo, parallel, pattern name I can't remember. And the last little stack here brings us another Blue Jay, Rowdy Tellez again. Toronto, you had yourself quite a little break as well. To 150, it's the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas for the White Sox. And then Robbie Ray and the Diamondbacks. Now, before we recap all this fun stuff, well, not all of it, but, you know, the most important part of it, we are going to do the redemption. We got to take a look at it. But give me 1 second. I'm getting myself kind of organized and situated over here. And now let's flip this. Then we'll go to the website, find out what we need to know about it, then we'll recap, okay? Oh, Tim is saying the redemption is a Yelich. Okay, well, let's see here. It is Francisco Lindor for the Indians, Portrait Autograph Parallel. And you know, for the last 2 nights, we had somebody bidding with us who was new to bidding with us, and I think new to breaks as well. And he had the Indians both nights, and he hit a few things, but he didn't probably hit like the big hit that he really wanted. And I wish he had the Indians tonight because he would have been so thrilled with that. However, whoever does have the Indians, I bet you're happy too. So not to take it away from you, I was just remembering what it was like to be brand new to breaks and the first time when you get something, awesome. I was just thinking about that for whatever reason. All right, give me a second here to get the Topps website is up, but I've got to get you. Whoops, what's it want me to do? Oh, allow cookies. All right, sure, whatever. Bring you over here with me, and let's find High Tech. Where are you, High Tech? I can never, ever find anything anymore on here. There. And we're going to the Portrait Tech is the card set we need to find. We didn't have to go far. Francisco Lindor, Cleveland Indians, as we expected. But now it's all official-like. Yay. Yay, making things official. All right, so we're going to do a quick little spin through our numbered stuff here for those of you who jumped in late and missed it. The green stuff like this is to 199. The purples are to 99. That's kind of a, I don't know, gold or black. It's to 50. This is to 25. The Nolan Ryan for the Angels note. Another purple to 99. The pinks or hot pinks are to 75. And that is numbered to, does that say 99? Yeah, 99 for the Blue Jays. That's 150, 99, 50, 150. Mr. Yelich here is numbered to 50, 150, 75, straight up 50. There's another one to 25, Matt Chapman and the A's. 150, 75, 150. There's numbered to 10, Corey Kluber and the Indians. And this little Chris Bryant here, numbered to 99. That's a Celebratech, is the card set on it. Garrett Cole, 75 to 150 to 99 on Miguel Cabrera. That's to 50 for the Rangers. 150. Straight up 50. 75. 75. What does that say? 99. 99 and 99. All right, so that's the numbered stuff that isn't attached to an autograph, I guess is the easiest way to say it. We have a redemption in here for Francisco Lindor and the Indians. Rowdy Tellez, Blue Jays. Trent Thornton, Blue Jays. The Yankees and Estrada, and that one is numbered up in that upper left corner to 99. DJ Stewart and the Orioles. Bryce Wilson to 99 for the Braves. There's Carter Kieboom and the Nationals. Taylor Ward for the Angels. One of, believe it or not, one of 2 Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s in here. That's the first one headed to the Blue Jays. Here's that sweet little Ricky Henderson to 75 for the Oakland A's. Valdez for the Astros. Tino Martinez for the Yankees. John Duplantier for the Diamondbacks. 1 of 2 Acuñas. I know, crazy. It's numbered to 50. Thomas Pannone, or Pannone, however you say it. He's a Blue Jay. That's the fact that you care about, probably. The Pirates and Kevin Newman. Jose Canseco, but as a Blue Jay, because they're just crushing this break anyway. Jose Martinez, Cardinals. Here's your other Vlad Guerrero Jr. autograph. This one is numbered to 50. I mean, golly, Blue Jays. I mean, whatever you paid, you got a bargain. It didn't really matter what you paid. You got a bargain. Padres, Nick Margavis. Here's your other Acuña. This one is numbered to 75. So we had 1 to 50 and now 1 to 75. Ichiro, Mariners. A couple $100 in your pocket with that bad boy. Cole Tucker. This is numbered to 10 for the Pirates. Cole Tucker autograph. Taylor Ward to 99. That's your bookend for Taylor. Here's that sweet little Sandy Koufax autograph for the Dodgers. That is numbered to 25, and that is just sweet. There's your bookend, Jose Martinez for the Cardinals. It's numbered to 99. Brandon Lowe and the Tampa Bay Rays. There's another Diamondback, Merrill Kelly. Eloy, I'd forgotten we had hit him. Eloy Jimenez for the White Sox. Another beautiful hit. Hernandez and the Red Sox. And Kyle Schwarber for the Cubbies. Not too bad either. Oh, and I forgot Smoltz was in here. We hit him early on. That's Braves crushed it too. With a pair of Acuñas and a John Smoltz. Plus your other stuff you had for the Braves. Lane Thomas. There's another one for the St. Louis Cardinals. And Nate Lowe, that's numbered to 75 for the Tampa Bay Rays. The Yankees and Estrada. And we started it off with Kyle Wright and the Braves, numbered to 75. So all in all, I think that is a pretty flippin' solid case of high tech. Like, yeah. There was some really nice stuff in that case. So congratulations, everybody, on what you hit in there. Certified Basketball is coming up next. I'm going to let you take a look at your shipping information for a second while I hop over and see if our last remaining team has been paid or if it's going to be up for grabs. Let's take a look and see where we are. Looks like we are all paid up. Hooray. So we don't have to slow down one little bit now, do we? Except I'm going to have some more Red Bull. Other than that, we don't have to slow down. Saturday is when I hope to have all this out the door on the way to you. If I can get it done sooner, I will. If it takes longer than I expect or something like crazy happens to me, it could go to Monday because, obviously no mail on Sunday. But as we sit right now, I'm hopeful that it will be Saturday. If you got skunked in any of the breaks tonight, meaning you did not hit a card of any sort, base or otherwise, you are still going to get a package in the mail, and it will have your consolation card or cards in it. We're headed into a 12-box case of another new release for today, 2019-20 Certified Basketball. And this is break number 1, Uno. Also ended today on eBay, the 13th of November. Same format. You guys know it and love it by now. Team names on one side, eBay user ID up in lights crossed from each team on the opposite side if you're the lucky winning bidder. Let me grab a couple more packs of sleeves here and get our case, and then we'll get underway with Certified. Yeah, they somehow messed up my Certified too. Like I don't know. They tried to explain it, but basically somehow or another that they tried to blame on FedEx. But they said they didn't get the certified in time to get it to me on time unless I paid for overnight shipping. So yeah, in addition to the product cost, they hit me for overnight shipping because they didn't get the product in time. It's like, what? How do you all manage to do that? How does everybody else not have that problem and you guys do? It doesn't make much sense, but let's stack these differently. I'm going to run out of room otherwise, I think. But I order most of my basketball from one place. I just get a few little bits and pieces from the other distributors. So it's my main one that had most of the certified, or had the vast majority of it. And so I had to pony it up, man, and say, all right, I'll pay for overnight shipping. But the bonus was that UPS just delivered everything for the day at the same time. So I got it all like super early this morning, like 9:30 in the morning, which was nice. Sometimes when you have overnight, they'll only leave you the overnight in the morning, and they'll come back in the afternoon to deliver the rest. Isn't that stupid? They do it that way a lot, though. It's crazy. All right, so we're looking for 2 autographs per box on average. You can see up there at the top. Panini always says on average, because sometimes one of our hits will be entirely missing. Fortunately, that is rare. And other times, which is a little more likely, they replace some of our hits with Panini Rewards points. If that should happen to us this evening, we will take any rewards points that we come across and give them out using random.org at the end of the night. Jay Allen, you've got Mavericks, Jazz, Pistons, and Nets. You got a lot in here, my friend. All right. Yeah, exactly. You're laughing saying FedEx's fault. I know. It's very strange. They said something about like FedEx didn't pick it up on time or something. Like, well, what does that have to do with it? I mean, saying they didn't pick it up on time from Panini's what they tried to say. But then FedEx would be liable for it, you know? If they miss their guaranteed delivery date, FedEx has that liability. But I don't know. This one distributor always does really funky stuff if they mess up your order delivery date. All the other distributors, if they mess it up, they just overnight it and they don't charge you because, like, hello, it's their fault, not yours. But anyway. All right, let's see what we got. Jay Hendren, you're here too, looking for some Hornets. Okay, let's see if we can find them. So base cards, we're going to cut a path through them. We're not going to dwell on those too much in this product. And here's a nice little red parallel. That one is Seth Curry for the Mavericks. So the red parallels in here do not appear to be numbered. That's why we're taking a little bit closer look at them as we go along through this very first box so that I can get a feel for it myself. Here's Raise the Banner insert. Those again, not numbered. Back to our base. We've got some blue parallels in here. Those also are not numbered. I do want to point something out. This is a good card to do it with. You'll see that he is in a Jazz uniform. Suns noted on the card. In little tiny letters up there, it says when he was signed by the Suns, gives you the date. And then more importantly, of course, the Suns on the back of the card and on the front. So the card, of course, is going to go to the team that is noted on the card, which is not always going to be the uniform that the player is wearing. So what you always want to look for is that little team symbol, because that tells the story for us. So this insert set, this one is for the Pacers. It's just a 2019 insert set. We're going to find, I'm sure, lots of them. They're not numbered either. I would expect that we'll probably find plenty of them. For the Miami Heat, it is KZ Okpala. And that is our first autograph out, relic attached, and headed to Miami, drawing first blood there. And Stang Lover, you have the Hawks and the Kings. You're looking for Reddish, Bruno, DeAndre and Kyle Guy. All right, let's do it. Those little blank filler cards, I'm sure we will see loads of those too, which I'm happy to see, frankly. Gold team, Kyle Lowry. Another insert set, also not numbered. If we do come across one that is numbered or there's some variation, I'll point it out. Otherwise, we'll kind of keep on trucking. Rookie roll call, Matisse. You know I'm going to butcher his last name, so we're just going to stick with Matisse. This is numbered to 25, and that is your Philadelphia 76ers coming out early on here. More blue parallel. Raise the banner. And what else have we got? Oh, hang on now. We've got a green. Green should be numbered. It is numbered to 5, as a matter of fact. That is Rudy Gobert and the Jazz, numbered to 5. Another one of our 2019 inserts. That particular one is P.J. Washington for the Hornets. All right, so basically that is how a pack is going to be constructed. So only when we come across something that is numbered or autographed or unique in some way will we stop and discuss it in these future boxes. Otherwise, we'll roll right on down the line. Yeah, Jay Allen, I agree with you on that overnight shipping. I argue that point every time they do this to me, because there's at least probably 4 or 5 times a year where this particular distributor will have something late. And they're always just kind of like, well, too bad. You can either get it after release day or you can pay overnight shipping, and you're responsible for it. And they know that we're going to have to pay it because everybody knows we're breaking it on release day, right? I used to have my backup distributor, his stuff would arrive on the actual day as well. So I could say, fine, you know, send it and let it arrive the next day. But now the backup distributor is only shipping to me once a week to arrive on Friday, because they started tacking on all these extra charges to every shipment, and it adds up to like quite a little sum of money because they started adding all these extra charges. So my rep there just said, well, let's just do it once a week, because he knows, you know, he's a secondary distributor, not the primary. So I said, yeah, that'd be fine. But obviously this week it didn't work out very well for me. But we got it here. That's the important thing. And that meant I got everything else super early today, so even better. And we have another one to 5. A couple of low number greens right off the bat. This is Dylan Windler for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And there's a red for the Knicks. 2019 insert for Windler as well for the Cavs. That looks like it's got kind of a bent corner. I don't know how well you can see that, but the way the light hits it, I can tell it does. It's just a base, but that does kind of clue me in that maybe some of these base, even coming right out of the box, may have some kind of not great corners. Pelicans, once again, ignore the uniform, look to the team logo on the card. This is the first time that we have seen record breakers insert, not numbered, but worth pointing out because we hadn't seen one before. The Spurs hit Quinndary Weatherspoon autograph and relic combo. We should still have one more autograph in here somewhere along the way. Ty Jerome and the Suns. So I heard today that they're not making very much Donruss basketball this year. You guys probably remember they changed the format of Donruss, I guess was it last year or year before last, to kind of that jumbo format instead, which I like better. And then they're not making very much of it apparently this year. Rookie roll call, Kobe White for the Bulls. our second autograph out of this box. So yeah, I was looking at some of my numbers and I'm thinking, man, I requested like 2.5 times what I actually got from 2 distributors. 2 different ones allocated me extremely low. And I'm like, what is going on? It's Donruss basketball, you know. You can usually buy as much of that as you want. And they said, oh, no, you know, Panini told us that they didn't think they had been selling as much Donruss in the last couple of years, and so they decided to not print very much of it this year. I'm like, you know what? Of all the years, why would they do it this year when we got such a good rookie class, you know? Like, of all the years to decide, oh, yeah, you know, we think we'll print a little less of that. Like, why? Why did they do that? But according to my distributor rep who was telling me this, he said that Panini wanted to reallocate the resources to make some newer products, i.e. they wanted to use some of their signatures elsewhere besides Donruss, such as in the new Origins release, which is also brutal. I've started seeing numbers on that. I'm getting like probably 1/10 of what I asked for. It's terrible. But from what they're telling me, it's going to be that way all year. They're going to be super stingy with basketball, the distributors are. The Spurs and Bruce Bowen. But let me tell you what, when it's not a high-profile rookie class, yeah, they expect you to buy 1,000 cases of it. And then when it is, they're like, oh, no, you can have one. Our first orange parallel of the night, that is numbered to 99, Rui Hachimura for the Wizards. The love for Washington there. And our second hit for this box comes out pretty early on. That's the Grizzlies and Brandon Clark. Numbered to 99, relic and autograph pairing. I saw another one go by that the light was reflecting off of a corner. So we definitely have a few of these in here that have got some bad corners right out of the box, but hopefully not an extraordinary number, but I've definitely seen a few go by. Does it seem like there are fewer cards in certified basketball than football? Maybe there aren't, but it just seems like that I open fewer packs than I do in football, but maybe not. Always hard to tell. All right, kids. And also we used to have more numbered stuff in here, like the red and blue this year that aren't numbered. Didn't those used to be numbered in the past? I think they did. Robert Covington and the T-Wolves established autographs as our card set. It's the first of 2 that we're going to find out of this box. I don't know. It's hard to remember with certified because I only open it once a year. It's not one I ever go back and open again later, generally speaking. So, this is numbered, and it is, whoops, numbered to 10. So we've got a gold team parallel there for Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Numbered to 10. That's got a little bit of curvature to it. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but there's definitely a little curvature kind of in the middle on that one for some reason. I'm sure it'll be straightened out by the time you get it. I would think a top loader would go ahead and get it straightened out, but you know I'm going to point it out if I see it. PJ Washington, Charlotte Hornets. You know I like that one. Numbered to 99. Relic and autograph for Charlotte. That was our second autograph out of this box. Numbered to 99, it's Miles Turner in the Indiana Pacers. But for sure, I feel like we've got less numbered stuff in here. I feel like those blue and red in past years were numbered, one or both of them, but maybe numbered like pretty high. So in that regard, it's just as easy to not number it, I guess. I wish Leaf would do some basketball stuff. You know, I mean, they do, like Best of Basketball, which I love that product, and sometimes a couple other odds and ends basketball things, but they don't do a lot of basketball, straight up basketball releases with rookies like they do with football and baseball. I wish they would, though. Oh, another PJ Washington. Wow, if you're the Hornets, you're feeling pretty happy because you just got the relic, and now you're going to get the rookie roll call, which is, of course, the hard-signed version. And that is another nice hit for Charlotte with your rookie PJ Washington. Numbered to 99, we have the Pistons and Jordan Bone. Clippers, Mfiondu Kabengele. I don't really know how to say his last name, but I don't think that's it. But anyway, Mfiondu is pretty close to the way you say his first name, I think. Signature and relic. Oh, listen, you'd be bored if I didn't butcher at least 5 or 6 names a night, right? You're so used to it by now. All right, that box is in the books. Jay Allen, how cold did it get in your part of the world down there in the Carolinas? Looked like it got pretty cold even all the way down into Florida. It's, of course, you know, still cold. I think we've got another day or two to go of this stupid Arctic blast before we'll be finished with it. But, yeah, I mean, like, winter is here, not in the Game of Thrones way either. I hope that doesn't mean it's going to be one of those kind of winters, but it might be. It's 28. Well, that's quite balmy. I hear you, man. We're down into the teens here tonight, I think. I don't know exactly what it is right at this moment, but I think we are supposed to get into the teens tonight, so... Never a fan of that any time of year, but gosh, not so early. I mean, it's just November, man. Chris Mullin and the Golden State Warriors. Chris is numbered 225 over there on the side. But that's pretty cold for your part of the world, 28 degrees, so. Pacers. Let's see. Bitadze? I don't know. Anyway, there he is for the Pacers. I don't really know exactly at all how to say his name. Don't think I've ever heard it pronounced. You know, some of them I hear them and I just can't recreate them. That one I don't think I've ever heard pronounced. Oh, that's interesting. And it is numbered to 25 for the Clippers with Mfiondu. That's kind of a cool little pattern there. All right, we are officially at the halfway point. So we are 6 down, 6 to go. And I just knocked all my little spacers off into the floor. Daggone it. Oh, you said it's going to get way colder where you are too? Oh, yeah, and you got to leave so early every morning. Like, that sucks. I had to go out today and do a couple of things, and I was like, dang, I am not ready for this kind of stuff. Stang Lover, you need the Sacramento Kings and the Atlanta Hawks. All right, my friend. Let's see what we can do for you. Your weather's probably pretty close to mine. You might be a little bit colder than me, right? But probably not by much. I think you're fairly parallel to my weather. But normally we expect Jay Allen to be warmer. All right. Let's see what awaits us in the second half of this case. Hopefully some fire somewhere along the way. Number to 99, Philadelphia 76ers, Tobias Harris. I'm kind of okay with there being fewer numbered things. I really am, because I think that helps with the value, truthfully. Muggsy, headed to the Hornets. Little throwback ink there for Muggsy. Charlotte has really hit quite a bit already. A pair of PJ Washingtons didn't hurt anything. 76ers hit Matisse again. You hit him earlier. Now you've got him again. Might have been the different card set the last time. But we'll see it on recap, of course. Man, I got a mess going over here. Almost, almost. Staying Lover, you're feeling frigid at the moment yourself? Yeah, it is a bit. You are on a big delay tonight, aren't you? Or maybe you just now typed it in, but when you heard me talking about it earlier, I'm not sure which. I hope the delay is not that much. I know there's always a delay in chat. Colin Sexton and the Cavs, but I hope it's not that much because that's a big delay. But it could be. I told you guys YouTube was acting funky tonight when I was trying to start the break. It wouldn't initialize the stream. It just kept freezing up. It was super weird. Sean Elliott and the Spurs. But obviously it got itself sorted out, but took it a couple minutes of me trying to get it to connect. The Wizards, Admiral Schofield. Whoa. Let's try that again. Somebody stuck to the front of that. Now let's look at the Wizards and Admiral Schofield. There we go. I like his autograph. Somebody just jumped off the pile here. It was a Saric for the Suns base card. Doesn't appear to be any worse for the wearer, fortunately. And somebody else is trying to static on to something. All right. 4 left. 8 down, 4 to go. They finally brought me my new recycle bin. Some of you probably remember, like, somebody stole my recycle bin or something. It was so bizarre. Last week, was it? I guess it was last week. Maybe it was the week before last. Anyway, somebody absconded with it. And or my neighbor said, you know, they thought it might have fallen into the recycle truck when they emptied it, which seems unlikely, but I guess possible. Anyway, they finally brought me a new one. I think it's bigger. Hard to tell because it's a different shape entirely, but I feel like maybe it holds more stuff, so I am kind of jazzed about that anyway. Just thinking about that because I'm looking over and seeing what a gigantic amount of cardboard recycling is sitting over there right now from just this one break. Well, I should say just this one night. Technically, we've done more than one break tonight. Clint Capella to 99 for the Rockets. Here comes a Dallas Maverick. It is Isaiah Roby. Isn't that you, Stang Lover? Aren't you the Mavericks? It's numbered to 25 with Isaiah Roby. Or no, maybe that's Jay Allen. One of you, I think, has the Mavericks. Might be Jay Allen, though. Yeah, because you said you wanted Hawks and Kings, so I think that must be Jay Allen. The Blazers, Nasir Little. He says, no, I am not the Mavericks. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It is Jay Allen with the Mavericks. Okay. Yeah, you got the Nets too, right? And the Jazz and the Pistons and the Nets. But I'll be curious to see if we have a net come out tonight. Because, you know, the last several times we've broken basketball, we've talked about my theory on the Nets. And I think every single time we've hit a net out when we've talked about my theory on the Nets. But now tonight, I didn't talk about it until now. So I wonder if we'll hit a net tonight. Don't know. We got 3 boxes left to find out, don't we? Well, I butchered getting that wrapper, didn't I? It didn't cooperate all that much. Numbered to 99, it's the Bucks and Eric Bledsoe. Dan Issel. Wow, throwback Nuggets. He, of course, was a University of Kentucky player once upon a time, and that is numbered to 25 for my man Dan Issel. The Magic with Mr. Okeke to 99. Got a little pinstripe on your relic, too. How about that? Two boxes left to go. 10 down, 2 remaining. Closing in on it. All right. Next to last box, off to the races. For the Pistons, we have Diambu, I don't know. I think I said the same way every time. I was trying to say it different. Diambo. Maybe that's it. Diambo. That sounds closer to right. For the Pistons. Oh, I feel like my Red Bull caffeine is starting to wear off now. I should have kept going, and then I probably would have never slept, so maybe it's good I didn't. The Wizards, Troy Brown Jr. I saw the Wizards, I got all happy, thinking maybe we were going to have Rui Hachimura. But if you got the Wizards, it's still good to have Troy Brown Jr. To 99, that's the T-Wolves, Gorgie Jing. All right, last box mojo coming up right now. So we're going to try really hard to collectively focus our mojo in. And maybe we can pull out something awesome out of this last box. We're going to try. Stang Lover says it's a Wizards kind of night. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Sometimes teams go on a little run, don't they? Although in this particular break, I don't think there's been, I mean, I wouldn't really say any one team was probably on a run, maybe other than Charlotte. Charlotte, I think, hit maybe 3 or so in here, so I guess if anybody was on a bit of a run, it maybe would be them. But sometimes it does happen that way. We've all seen it more than once. Numbered to 99, you have the Boston Celtics with Gordon Hayward, who unbelievably broke his hand. I mean, you know, he lost pretty much all of last season, essentially, with that gruesome break shortly after he had started with the Celtics. And then this year, barely gets underway, breaks his hand. Like, he's just had a terrible run of luck ever since he left. Ever since he joined the Celtics, his luck has not been the luck of the Irish. Brad Davis, Dallas Mavericks. So there's another one for Stanglover. No, Jay Allen. Why do I keep trying to give that to you, Stanglover? It's Jay Allen that has that. I keep trying to make one be for you, but it hasn't been yet. Our last out, I saw the Pelicans. Man, I got like so pumped up there for a minute. I saw the logo before I saw the name. So it's not your man Zion, but at least you get a hit. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Relic and autograph pairing for NOLA. All right, kids. Let's recap a little certified here, shall we? We'll do a quick little run through of the highlight reel, if you will. All right, so here are our numbered cards that are to 99. We've got Celtics, T-Wolves, Bucks, Rockets, Cavaliers, 76ers, Pistons, Pacers, and Wizards. Had a few lower numbered hits in here as well. This is numbered to 25 for the Clippers, Mfiondu. Numbered to 10, we have a gold team insert for Bradley Beal and the Wizards. To 5 for the Cavaliers, Dylan Windler. And to 5 for the Jazz, Rudy Gobert. On to our little stack of hits. NOLA, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Brad Davis for the Mavericks. Troy Brown Jr. and the Wizards. The Detroit Pistons with Diembo. The Magic to 99, Okiki. Dan Issel to 25 for the Nuggets. The Blazers and Nasir Little. Numbered to 25 for the Mavericks, it's Isaiah Roby. For the Wizards, Admiral Schofield. Then you have the Spurs and Sean Elliott. The 76ers with Matisse. That looks like it should be numbered. Oh, it is numbered. It's just hidden right there. I was like, that looks like it should be to 25. It is. It's hidden in the image. That is Muggsy for the Charlotte Hornets to 25. The Pacers. That guy's name I just can't say. Chris Mullin, and that is also numbered to 25 for the Warriors. The Clippers, Mfiondu. The Hornets rookie roll call, that's P.J. Washington. The rookie roll call are hard signed autographs. A P.J. Washington to 99 for the Hornets, autograph and relic pairing. This is also a hard signed autograph, Robert Covington for the T-Wolves. And numbered to 99, the Grizzlies, Brandon Clark, relic autograph. Bruce Bowen and the Spurs, rookie roll call, hard signed Kobe White, Chicago Bulls. The Spurs, Quindary Weatherspoon, that's autograph relic paired together. A rookie roll call, hard signed to 25 for the 76ers with Matisse. And the Miami Heat with KZ and an autograph relic pairing. All right, those are all of our breaks tonight. That's all the recapping that we have to do. I am going to put up spreadsheet information one more time. So for anybody who missed it earlier, now it's going to be your chance to find out when your stuff's going to ship. And then we'll also take a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So I'm expecting Saturday to have this stuff out the door and on the way to you. As always, if I can get something out faster than the date written, I will happily do so. And if something takes longer than expected and or I get a wrench thrown into my week for some reason or another, it could always slide a day later, which in this case would make it Monday. But as of right now, this moment in time, I'm expecting it to be Saturday. In any of the breaks tonight, if you got completely skunked, and by that I mean you did not hit a single card of any type, base or otherwise, you are still going to get a package in the mail. It will have a consolation card or cards in it, and it will go out when the rest of the break ships, since this is a paid shipping break. Now we're taking a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, Leaf Autograph football jerseys by the half case. 5 boxes make up a half case of that. It's a giant size case from Leaf. Archive Signature Series Retired Player Edition. We're going to open a full 20-box case. We're going to open 1819 Flawless Basketball by the half case tomorrow night. And Bowman Chrome Jumbo / HTA Baseball, which is all autograph hits. There's no filler, no base cards, just all hits in that one. Yay. Friday, we'll start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. It is the release date for Immaculate Football. We will open a case of that, along with a 9-box inner case of Triple Threads Baseball and an 8-box half case of Prism Draft Picks Basketball. Saturday, once again, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific start time. It'll be a case of Leaf Best Baseball and a 10-box half case of Hoops Basketball. For Hoops, the veteran base does not ship to the teams in that break. It has its own bidding category. Full details can be found in the listing description. On Sunday, we're going to start super early, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. We're going to bust through the back half of this case of Flawless Collegiate Basketball. We started it tonight. We'll finish it Sunday, and we'll open a 12-box case of Prism Football. On Monday night, it will be Immaculate again, Bowman Chrome Jumbo again, and Certified Basketball again, all by the full case on Monday night. So that's how we're rolling in the days ahead, and I guess that's kind of got me wrapped up for tonight. So thank you, everybody, once again for being here. Always appreciate you joining me, bidding, breaking, and chatting with me. I hope you have a great rest of your week. If I don't see you again tomorrow night, hey, stop by and see me again soon. I always like the company. All right, take care, everyone. We'll see you the next time.